Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and today I'm going to be showing you how to beat Heroic Vaelastrasz in Hearthstone in the Blackrock Mountain. Now, this is one of my favorite bosses, and if you've played me in Hearthstone, you know that I've probably tried to mill you. I love Mill Druid, and this guy's this weird combination of Mill Druid and Handlock and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, for mulligans, we're going to go with Naturalize, and we also want Soul of the Forest. So, those are the important ones. But beyond that, the entire deck, which the deck list is up right here, the deck is pretty much junk cards. It's all the 1/1s and 0 mana stuff and a few key taunt cards, like Annoyotron. But other than that, it's mainly the key Mill Druid stuff. So we've got Dancing Swords, and Cold Light Oracle, and Naturalize, and throw in an Innervate and a Soul of the Forest, and huzzah! We've got Mildred. Now, we're also going to be filling up the board, so you might want to throw a Savage Roar in there, too, if you don't have a couple of these cards. So, Savage Roar would actually make this deck a lot better, now that I think about it. Huh. Anyway, so this guy's really fun. It's like a lot when he throws out giants early, and you want to have Naturalize in your hand because you want to get those giants out of your way. You don't want to deal with them on turn 3, and it's just bad news bears if he gets 2 or 3 giants out. He gangs them up, and oh, with this move, you want to save your buff cards for the eggs, so you can get as many whelps out of each egg as possible. Otherwise, the eggs are just dead cards. You don't have any other activators for them, so your abusive sergeants are pretty much your only activators for it, unless he pings off the eggs with anyway, 1 damage spells. Anyway, so here's the Clockwork Giant. He'll gang up the Clockwork Giant if there's nothing juicy on your board. He will also gang up your Dancing Swords if the Dancing Swords is the only thing you have on the deck, or if Dancing Swords is the only thing you have out on the board. So don't like Innervate out Dancing Swords. That's a bad move. He will just gang up your Dancing Swords, and then you will lose the mill race. This whole thing is kind of a race to see who can mill each other fastest, and you will win if you get Naturalize and empty your hand, and if you can kill his stuff by getting trees. So as you can see here, we got four minions out on the board. Then we put the Death Rattle, the Soul of the Forest, on him, and so now that I'm clearing his board, every whelp that I kill, every abusive sergeant that I kill, spawns a 2/2 from a 2/1. And so now, voila, I've got a full board. We're gonna win. It's pretty much GG if on turn 3 or 4, you have a full board. He doesn't have any flame strikes or anything like that that can clear your board. So that's why this is so good, and you do have the insta-kills from the Naturalize to deal with the early giants that he throws out. If you don't have a Naturalize, we've got the Cold Light Oracle. Don't be afraid to throw those out and mill yourself for a card or 2. We didn't get it from that, so we're just going to throw out an Annoyotron. We've got a lot of taunt cards in here, so he just can't get through that. He's got the Corruption, but he doesn't really have anything that can kill one of our taunts this turn. So that's great. He'll slam his card into it. But other than that, we're pretty much good to go. Throw a little damage into his face and get rid of his armor. Here, though, we've got the problem of we've got a full board, and we want to get Soul of the Forest. We want to get our Death Rattles on all 7 of these minions, but we also want to clear off 1 or 2 of his minions when doing that. So the only hard part of this deck is, since he can since the most cards we can have in our hand at the end of the turn is 6, because he makes us draw 4 cards every turn, we want to get as many cards out on the table, or as many minions out and as many cards out of our hands as possible. So there's kind of a little mental math, and just, you know, that just comes from experience playing the game. I don't know why I was going face there, but yeah, there we go. Got a whole bunch of trees out, got a whole bunch of death rattles, and I think one of these guys will spawn 2 trees if it lets me. But whatever. So, this should be game here once this is all done. Let's see, the only other thing I'd say is that if you're in a bad spot like this, and you've got a bunch of Clockwork Giants and a bunch of Drakes up, it's still okay, because there's something with the AI on this boss versus some of the others where if you have a full board, unless he has lethal, he will try to clear your board. So that it's just a nice trick of that. Now, here we've got lethal. Use the old Dancing Sword Naturalize trick that if you've played Mill Druid, you know. Dancing Sword draws the opponent a card. You can kill your own Dancing Sword to draw him 3 cards. Then we throw down the Cold Light Oracle to draw him another 2 cards. And, hey, give him a target dummy. And there we go. He took a whole bunch of damage. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
You've killed one of the good guys. Does this make you sad?